Nobody warns you that grief doesn't just take people. It takes the visions. It takes the dreams. It takes the versions of you you'd imagined. It takes the woman you thought you'd be by now. It takes the life you assumed you were walking and working toward. It takes the people you were certain would still be standing beside you when things got hard. When my dad died, the ground beneath my feet wobbled like an earthquake, and some of my solid ground fell away. And that kind of grief has a weight to it, and it's really hard to name. It's a before and after, and one you can never undo. But what surprised me was what came afterwards. Losing Dad was an epiphany like no other. His passing stripped the illusions straight out of my heart. The illusion that some people would stay. The illusion that people would step up. The illusion that if you mattered enough, people wouldn't disappear when your world collapsed. The illusion that if you're kind enough, strong enough, generous enough, be enough, you'll be protected from being left alone to be strong. Grief showed me who could and would sit with me in the mess, in the wobbles, after my falls, and who only showed up when I was holding it all together, doing all the things that kept them comfortable and me adrift. It showed me who went quiet, and boy, was that loud. It showed me who disappeared, their absence piercing my already bleeding heart. It showed me who tried to tell me how to grieve. Everyone has an opinion or three. And those who couldn't handle my truth once it stopped being nice and tidy for them. And somewhere in all of that, I realised something really brutal. I am the only one that witnesses every single one of my falls. And I am the only one that knows what it takes to get back up again. Every single time. And not in a rah-rah motivational kind of way. In a, this is now my life kind of way. This year I've grieved my dad. As I was losing him. As he passed. And now he's gone. And I've grieved the version of me who thought life would eventually soften. Somehow become easier. If she just kept doing the right thing, no matter the cost to herself. I've grieved relationships I outgrew, and people who couldn't walk beside the woman I'm becoming. I've grieved the idea that healing meant I'd stop hurting so damn much. Because you don't get over some losses. You don't cross a finish line, collect a certificate that says, "Congratulations, you're done healing now. Now fucking get on with it." Nah, grief doesn't work like that. Well, not in my personal experience anyway. Instead, you learn how to live with it. You learn where the ache sits. You learn how to breathe around it. You learn how to breathe with it. You learn how to breathe through it. And you learn to keep going without having to pretend you're fine. And slowly, painfully, compassionately, you let go of who you thought you were supposed to be so you can become who you are actually meant to be. Grief didn't break me, although it rattled my everything, but it did strip me bare. It forced me to choose what matters, who matters, and whether I was willing to stand by myself, even when no one else could or would. This isn't the life I planned. These aren't the losses I asked for. Do any of us ask for the shit that's thrown our way? I don't think so. But I'm still here. And grief has taught me this. I don't owe anyone an explanation as to who I am, anymore. I don't owe my strength to anyone else anymore. I don't owe over-justifying my existence to anyone anymore. And I don't have to be witness to rise. And I don't need to be who I was yesterday to keep becoming something better today and tomorrow and the day after that. Sometimes honouring what you've lost is simply the courage to keep going. So I keep going. For my dad, for the versions of the woman I was and have now let go, for the dreams, illusions and visions shattered beyond recognition, and for the woman I'm still learning to become. One wobble at a time, one beat at a time, one breath at a time. Because this grief, all of it, losing my dad, losing the versions of me I thought I'd be, losing the people I thought would stay, losing the illusions I built my life around, it changed the rules I live by now. I don't measure my life by how much I carry of others anymore. I don't earn my place by being useful, agreeable, or strong on demand. I no longer bleed my soul to prove I care, and I don't abandon myself to make others feel comfortable. I live by different rules now. I choose what, and most importantly, who, gets my energy, my time, my effort, and I've learned to listen to my body, my heart, and my soul when it says enough's enough. I honour the woman I am becoming, not the society and the other people's expectations taught or demanded me to be. And I keep going, not to impress anyone, because other people's opinions of me is none of my business, but because this is my life to live. Mine and mine alone. So I get to choose now. And I've learned how to choose. And I realised I had the controls the entire time. That's the legacy I carry forward for my dad. Not the woman who endured quietly, painfully, unknowingly. Not the life I was unwittingly performing. Not the woman I was exhausting myself trying to be. Not the one who disappeared to keep the peace. And not the one the world demanded. And not the one whose survival forced me to become. But truth. My truth. So this is for my dad. And for every version of me I've had to let go. And for the woman I'm still becoming. One wobble, one breath, one step at a time.